I analyzed 200 job postings from tech companies across East Africa in January 2026, and the results contradicted almost everything you'll read in generic career advice. The skills employers are actually hiring for aren't what most people are preparing for. Today, I'm sharing what I found and introducing a framework that explains why some professionals are thriving while others with better credentials are struggling. Here's what's actually happening in the job market right now. I spent the last month interviewing 15 hiring managers across Kampala, Nairobi, and Lagos. Every single one told me the same thing. The gap isn't between people with degrees and people without them. It's between people who've adapted to the new work reality and those still operating with pre-2024 assumptions. The specific challenge they described is this: technical skills now have a shelf life of under 30 months in most fields. A certification earned in early 2024 may not cover tools that became industry standard by late 2025. But here's the insight most people miss. The professionals getting multiple job offers aren't chasing every new tool. They're building what I call the adaptive professional triangle. 3 interconnected capability layers that make you valuable regardless of which specific platforms dominate your industry. Let me show you how this triangle actually works, starting with the foundation layer. The foundation layer is technical human fusion. This is where AI literacy meets emotional intelligence. Let me give you a real example. I worked with a financial analyst in Mbarara who increased her job offers by 300% in 6 months. Here's what she did differently. She didn't learn to code AI models. Instead, she developed what I call AI judgment protocols. She knows exactly when to use ChatGPT for initial data analysis versus when human interpretation is non-negotiable. She recognizes AI hallucinations immediately. She understands that AI excels at pattern recognition but fails at contextual nuance. But here's the critical part. She pairs this with advanced stakeholder management skills. When presenting AI-generated insights to executives, she doesn't just share the output. She explains the methodology, acknowledges the limitations, and provides human contextualized recommendations. That combination, technical fluency plus human judgment, is what actually gets hired in 2026. This foundation only works when you build the second layer on top of it. The execution layer, distributed excellence. This means treating digital collaboration as your default operating system, not a fallback option. In my job posting analysis, 68% of mid-level positions now explicitly require asynchronous communication proficiency. That's not about using Slack or Teams, it's a completely different skill set. Here's what it actually looks like. A project manager I interviewed in Nairobi manages a team across 4 time zones. She doesn't schedule more meetings. Instead, she's mastered written decision documentation, transparent progress tracking, and proactive knowledge sharing. Her team members can understand project status, make informed decisions, and maintain momentum without real-time interaction. The distinction that matters: most people use digital tools to replicate in-person workflows. Top performers redesign workflows specifically for distributed environments. They build trust through consistent documentation. They create clarity through structured communication. They maintain alignment through shared context, not constant check-ins. That's distributed excellence, and it's now a baseline requirement, not a bonus skill. But even these 2 layers collapse without the third one holding them together. The growth layer, perpetual evolution. This combines self-directed learning with strategic relationship capital. Here's the pattern I found in successful professionals. They don't wait for their employer to provide training. They've built systematic learning habits that operate independently of formal programs. But here's what makes it work. They treat their professional network as an extended learning system. One software developer I spoke with in Kampala learns new frameworks through a small group of peers who share resources, troubleshoot problems, and hold each other accountable. Her network isn't about collecting contacts, it's about building genuine relationships that create mutual value. This addresses something hiring managers specifically told me. They now view well-connected employees as organizational assets. Your network brings partnership opportunities, market intelligence, and talent pipelines. In my analysis, job descriptions increasingly include phrases like active professional community participation and demonstrated thought leadership.
Your network is becoming part of your job specification, not just a personal advantage. Here's how to apply this immediately. First, audit yourself against the triangle. Rate your technical human fusion, your distributed excellence, and your perpetual evolution on a scale of 1 to 10. Second, identify your weakest layer. That's where you'll see the fastest return on investment. Third, find one person in your field who excels at your weak point and study their specific practices, not their general advice. The adaptive professional triangle, technical human fusion, distributed excellence, and perpetual evolution explains why some professionals with fewer credentials are getting better opportunities than others with impressive resumes. The market in 2026 doesn't reward credentials, it rewards adaptive capacity. The professionals thriving right now aren't those with the most certifications, they're those who've built all 3 layers of the triangle and treat adaptation as a continuous practice, not a completed achievement.